have to keep metaphysics as metaphysics, like the first things of philosophy. Questions of ontology or questions of being, right? The questions of what is a thing? What does it mean to exist? I mean, this sounds, abstract and bizarre, but to people who aren't acquainted with philosophy, and you can mean it in a weird, way, but you have to think about questions of being beyond that of language. And what the problem is in a lot of these mediating figures is what they start saying is the human being is defined not by their essence, right? Not by what they are, but they're defined by the language that is spoken over them. And that is a very problematic idea for many reasons, but one is it's just a false dichotomy, right? So, or to say there's a kind of relational ontology that you find as well. Now, there are different kinds of defining relational ontology, but...
There's a whole section.
Yeah, there is. And I'm not speaking about kind of John Zizioulas and the kind of Eastern Orthodox ideas of a relational ontology. This is something I think different than that, which says that relation is more fundamental to the human essence than essence itself, right? So you are first and foremost who you are in relation to other people. Well, there's a problem with that, right? And there are some basic problems with that. One is your relations change all the time, right? So, it's true, God created us as relational beings, and the reality and fundamental importance of us not being isolated, autonomous individuals, but created to be in relation with one another and with God, those things, of course, are true, but that has been
important,
and that's important, right?
Yeah.
But just go pre-Enlightenment, there's no notion of the autonomous individual anyway. And they're all essentialists, but they all also believe that relation's really important. And Aristotle deals with the question of relation as an accidental thing. In other words, our relation doesn't define who we are. That's kind of an obvious truth. Because, if... think about this, if everyone you knew died tomorrow from some tragic accident, every single person, and every single human relationship you had was gone, does that alter you that you are now essentially a different being? Of course not, right? That's just not true. Does it alter you in some very fundamental, important ways? 100%, yes. But not to the extent that you are not the same there is no persisting I, right? in that. And that's one of the problems that you find with Furdy is he ends up actually saying, because of this idea that we are defined by speech, we are defined by our relationships, not by an essence that is fundamental to us. If that's true, there is no fundamental I that persists. So there is no continuously existing subject, as Furdy says. Which, I have questions about that,
there are
so many
too.
problems with that, but we'll stop there. And